Welcome. Today, we're jumping into one of the most powerful and honestly counterintuitive stories about leadership you'll ever find. It comes straight from the Gospel of John, and it's all about a king, a simple towel, and a lesson that completely redefines what it means to be great.
You know, it's a question we all wrestle with, right? Is it about having power, or status, or maybe a ton of influence? Our culture definitely has its own answers, but the story we're about to unpack, it offers a perspective so different, it might just flip your whole understanding of leadership on its head. So picture this. The scene is an upper room in Jerusalem. We're talking just hours before the crucifixion. It is absolutely crucial to get this. Everything Jesus is about to do is fueled by this deep, unwavering love for his followers. That context, well, that's the key that unlocks the power of what's about to happen.
Okay, let's get right into the action. Jesus is about to do something so completely unexpected, so shocking, that it would be burned into the memory of his disciples for the rest of their lives. Now, before he even makes a move, the text points out something really important about his identity. Jesus is fully 100% aware of his supreme status. He knows he has all authority, that he came from God, and that he's going back to God. I want you to hold that thought, his cosmic power and position, as we see what he does next. And here it is, the powerful contrast. The one with all authority in the universe takes on the role of the lowest house slave. I mean, to put this in perspective, in that culture, washing feet was so demeaning that even Jewish servants were often excused from doing it. And yet, here is the King of Kings, on his knees, washing the grime off his followers' feet. And you know, this wasn't just some object lesson in humility. No, this was a physical drama packed with deep symbolism. When he laid aside his garments, it was a living, breathing picture of him laying aside his heavenly glory to come to earth. This one act shows us the entire upside-down nature of his kingdom, where the path to true greatness is down, through service.
But the story doesn't stop there, not even close. When Jesus gets to the disciple Peter, the conversation that follows reveals a much deeper spiritual meaning behind this simple act of service.
You can just hear Peter, right? Full of this well-meaning pride, he's horrified. He can't imagine his Lord and Master doing this for him. But Jesus' response is just stunning. If I don't wash you, you have no part with me. Whoa. All of a sudden, this isn't about dirty feet anymore. This is about spiritual cleansing. This is about salvation.
And this moment, it brilliantly illustrates a really important theological point. Jesus explains there are two kinds of cleansing. Think of it this way. First, there's the bath. That's a one-time, complete cleansing from sin's penalty. That's salvation. But then there's the daily foot washing. That's the ongoing cleansing we need to maintain our walk, our fellowship with God, as we get dirty just by walking through the world.
But then, Jesus adds this really somber exception. He looks at the group and says, "You are clean, but not all of you." He's talking, of course, about Judas Iscariot, whose heart had never really received that first true cleansing bath.
So once Judas leaves the room, the whole atmosphere shifts. Now, with only his true followers left, Jesus is ready to reveal the ultimate reason, the ultimate purpose behind this whole dramatic lesson.
He gives them what he calls a new commandment. Now, wait a minute, the command to love your neighbor wasn't new, but the standard was. That's the game changer. The new benchmark wasn't just general kindness, it was to love as I have loved you, with that exact same sacrificial, servant-hearted, self-giving love. And notice, he's not giving them a long list of rules or things to check off. He gives them just one primary, non-negotiable identifying mark for anyone who says they follow him.
And this is the bottom line, the big takeaway. The world will know who his disciples are, not by their perfect theology, not by their impressive miracles, not by their style of worship, but by their practical, see it with your own eyes, supernatural love for one another. That's it. That is the ultimate ID card.
So we've seen the story, we've unpacked its meaning. Now we got to talk about the so what, right? How does this ancient lesson from a dusty upper room actually translate into our lives today?
The overwhelming message here is that real, true spirituality isn't about looking good or having status. It's measured by humility and love that don't just stay up here as ideas, but get translated into practical, humble action.
So how do we actually do this? Well, here are 4 really practical ways. First, we have to see the needs, the often unglamorous, dirty feet kind of needs in the lives of people around us. Second, we serve humbly.
taking on those background roles without needing a spotlight. Third, we forgive freely, seeing that as a profound act of service. And finally, we act practically, turning the idea of love into real, tangible help.
And that leaves us with a really direct and personal challenge. This isn't just theory. Look around your life, at home, at work, in your community. Who is God calling you to serve with a towel and a basin?
To make sure this powerful lesson really sticks with you, be sure to use the flashcards to review these key ideas and then take the quiz to complete your learning. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.